Hello and welcome to today's edition of the Magenta Show on a Monday. I have got the fabulous Dr. Stacey CooperLatimer on the show today. Welcome, Dr. Stacey.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and doesn't she look fabulous in blue? Oh, I was thinking, what color do I wear today? And I've worn so much blue the last couple of seasons. I'm trying to change it up with some other colors.
It's gorgeous.
And so it's so nice, such a treat for me to see you in blue.
Thank you.
It matches our eye colors. I hope the cameras can pick up those glorious blue eyes. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Right. So for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, on the Magenta Show, we start off by asking you to pick a number that you are drawn to. And you'll see this is like an empty bottle. It's got no colors in it. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Whichever number you are drawn to, there's going to be a guiding message for you, a color message for you at the end of the show. So myself, my producer, and Dr. Stacey has each chosen a bottle. And I have to tell you that this week's color choice is a little bit weird. Not my pick and not your pick, Dr. Stacey. The producer Michael's pick is a little weird. So we're going to have a little conversation about that at the end of the show. And if you have any questions for Dr. Stacey as the show's live, we have got a TV screen that we can see your comments, and we will be able to check in from time to time, and Michael will make sure that you answer questions. You okay with that?
Beautiful with that. I'm
okay
so excited.
Yeah. So it's not often I have a doctor in the house, so I'm very honored.
Well, thank you.
I'm very honored. And we have a little something in common. It's you met Jim Hetherington. He was on this show before. He said, come on the show. So she said yes.
And I said, okay.
You said yes and I have a philosophy. When something new presents itself, say yes and turn up.
Right.
Now, so anyway, you know that the universe is putting something fabulous, new, and exciting in front of you, right? Mm-hmm.
It always has your best interests at heart.
Yeah. So you are busy writing a book with Raymond Aaron, because that's our other connection. I've written a book and published through him as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tell me about your book.
My book is called Heal Your Health.
Yeah.
And it's about nourishing your mind, body, and spirit naturally. Mm-hmm. And people just don't know what happens on the inside. And that's a lot of what I talk about in the book, is what your body does with what you give it. And when you have that understanding, then it's so much easier to make choices, because now you know what happens inside.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, Dr. Stacey and I haven't really had a conversation about what we're going to talk about on the show today. We thought we would just chat and get to know each other. Yes. So I'm very, very interested in nutrition. And it doesn't look like it. I'm a nice rounded little body here, but I have a deformed colon but I nearly died from starvation at birth, because I was just allergic to absolutely everything they put into me. Nothing would stay in my system. Mm-hmm. And it caused my mother a lot of distress when I was younger, as a brand new baby. Yes. And there were just times when I knew I was going to leave the planet. I have this awareness of when I was little, of wanting to not stay. It was so hard. And it was to do with food. It was to do with nutrition. It was to do with food assimilation. Mm-hmm. So I have had to, my entire life, really be conscious of what I eat. Not too much red meats, not too many things with skins and pips and seeds. I had to be really, really conscious. I take nutritional supplements, probiotics, prebiotics, that kind of thing. So I understand that is so important. And when I lapse, which I'm sorry, it happens quite often. When I lapse and I go back to eating old habits and not watching what I eat, IBS is oh my word.
You pay for it.
Oh man, it's hard work.
And it's not worth it.
It affects everything. I can't think clearly.
Exactly.
I can't speak clearly. It affects my skin, my hair, everything
is connected, and it's all sourced from your gut.
And your book, is that now going to help people like me?
Absolutely.
So you literally want to hit me on the head and say, read this book.
Absolutely. And with the book, it's not just about food, although that's a big part of it. I talk about what your body needs. I also talk about what your body does with what you give it. And so then I help you to switch out what you may be eating for great healthy choices that are delicious and easy to do. Yeah. And now you're putting high octane fuel in your engine.
High octane fuel in your engine.
Yes.
Okay, let's see who's joined our engine on the show today. Jeanette, hello, lovely ladies, watching from Spain. Aurelia number 1. Oh, nice pick, Aurelia. She is from Denmark. And Ana Santos has joined us. That's fabulous. Marja Harmer. Joanne, number 2. Joanne, fasten your seatbelts for number 2. And Shannon has joined us as well. Oh, that's fabulous. Shannon is our other producer. She's the lady who actually booked you on the show.
I know.
Yeah,
she's so lovely.
I know. We love our Shannon. She is starting to create her own TV show on Facebook as
I
well.
saw that as well.
The
Oh
Word
my
Witch,
goodness, I'm
yeah.
so excited. Yes.
Yes. Well, this is why we do this. We want to inspire people to go out and do shows like this, because
Right.
you literally can do a TV show and tell people about your message. It's possible. So, Dr. Stacey, just tell me, when is your book launch, by the way, the one that you're doing with Raymond?
My book launch with Raymond is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, May 9, 10, and 11 in Toronto with Raymond Aaron and Jack Canfield at the
yes.
Power of Wow event. I am so excited.
Have you ever met Jack before?
No, but I
Okay.
will be meeting him on April 6th.
April 6th at Cora's event, for the Wealth event. Fabulous. Actually, Christabel, shout
Yes.
out to Cora. She and I actually had a phone call about 7:30 this morning, because she's, we were just talking about Jack's event that she's hosting on the 6th. I was actually meant to be training on the 6th and 7th. Cora, I haven't told you yet, but I'm actually cancelling the course. I'm postponing it, and I'm going to come to the event, because any opportunity to see Jack is amazing. And there's something about him. I'm going to tell you right up front now, Dr. Stacey. When you're in his presence, he exudes an energy that you suddenly become peaceful. You know how you sometimes get a celebrity and then people clamor to go and get them and give them their books or get their books signed or talk to them.
Yes.
When he has this presence that he has a whole room focused on him, and everybody stands around patiently waiting to see him. They're so respectful. He's such a dignified man. I am so thrilled you're going to meet him, because, as my audience knows, I have a secret crush on Jack Canfield. Love his energy, love his message, love his work. You are going to go.
Yes.
And you're going to see him twice.
I am going to see him twice.
It's not enough. You need
Yes.
to see more than that.
I will lunch with him as well.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to really get to meet him in a nice, intimate way. That's beautiful. I also want to go to lunch now. All right. So, what stage is your book in now?
It is already formatted.
Yeah.
The cover, front, back, and spine is finishing touches.
Ooh.
And I will have it in my hand on my birthday.
Wow.
April 14th, it will be in my hand.
April 14th. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. We'll just say happy birthday right now. And
thank you.
we'll have to rerun this show on April the 14th.
Okay.
Yeah, and slip in the book cover again. That's fantastic. Well done. Isn't it awesome to write books?
Well, the funniest thing about writing books is when I first started working with my first business mentor, he suggested, revamp my website, write an ebook or something that you can put online. And I said, my words to him were, I'm a doctor, I'm a chiropractor, I work with my patients, I don't write books, I'm not an author, and no. So I created a video series instead.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, I had to tell him, yes, Noah, you are right. Because I am an author, and now I have my third book coming out.
Yes.
Yes, and so it's just so
books
exciting.
are so cathartic, aren't they?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But also, I think that when you publish yourself and you're putting your message out there, it says that you believe in your message.
It's concrete.
It's concrete. It's out there, and it's out there forever. You know,
Yes.
as long as books are being printed, your message is out there.
That's right.
Yeah. So Dr. Stacey has another book for us, and you want to pay attention, because a lucky viewer, if you are sharing and resharing, not just today but during the week, is going to win a copy of this book, okay? And it's her recipe book. I don't think I've ever had a recipe book on the show. So
Oh,
this is
wow.
very
First
exciting.
for everything.
This is Dr. Stacey's Cooper's Healthy Fuels cookbook, fueling your body for enhanced vitality. This is the wheat, gluten, dairy, soy, and sugar-free recipes. Exactly what is supposed to be my diet.
Right.
So I wonder if she's got an extra copy. I'm going to have
I
to hint
never
you.
travel without them.
Okay, so I had a look through the book this morning, and there are 2 recipes that immediately caught my eye, all right? So the first one was the one that is my favorite all-time snack, and it's rice wraps.
It's so easy, but people just don't know how to use a rice wrap, and that's their barrier.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it looks complicated to make. You have to admit, it's like a sausage roll, right?
It's just like making a burrito.
It's like making a burrito. All right.
Yep.
So you have got the rice wrap. You've got the prepared 10 wraps here, which is good. The variations. You've even added vegetarian chicken and shrimp. So you've given 3 different fillings here,
Yes.
which is great. But then you give the ginger dipping sauce and the mango dipping sauce. My favorite's the mango.
Yes.
A lot of people like the
beautiful.
ginger, but I like the mango.
I like having them both because then
Yeah.
it just changes it up, a little bit more variety.
Yeah, I love it. And, you know, the other thing here is for those of us who are getting a little bit on the other side of 30, as I always say, it's nice, big font print.
Yes.
You can read it. You can actually, if you're cooking and you don't use, because I don't use my glasses when I'm cooking. I use it for shows and reading. I can read it without needing my glasses. That's amazing.
Right. And it's full color.
It's beautiful. I love it. It is. I love the color. Of course, I would love it. And then I found another recipe for my son, Michael, who's our producer. Chocolate mousse. And made with banana and avocados.
Right.
That is awesome.
It's so glorious and easy. And every single recipe in the book, all of our children can make them and they enjoy eating them because if it doesn't pass that test, it doesn't get in the book.
Okay, so Michael, this is how it works. It's 1 banana, 2 ripe avocados, a 1/4 cup almond milk, a 1/4 cup cocoa powder, a teaspoon vanilla extract, a 100% pure maple syrup to taste. We have that in the house.
Yes.
And here's the simple bit. Put all these ingredients in a food processor and blend until creamy.
Done.
Anybody can do that.
Yes.
And look at the color.
And we just keep it in the fridge all the time. So if they want a snack, it's great healthy fats, great fuels for your body, delicious, simple, and easy. And it's a treat. And you can freeze it for ice cream.
I just saw that now.
Yes.
Fudge ice cream. I love it.
Yes.
Oh,
Non-dairy.
this is really an amazing book. This is actually what I need in my kitchen because roasted squash and millets. I'm going to put it away now. I'm going to
We're all going to go to lunch quite shortly, sooner than we expect.
I've got butternut in the fridge ready to do something with it. I
Yes.
just spotted that recipe. So you're actually going to give a copy of This Way and a copy of your CD to our audience. Would you please tell our audience what the prizes are this week, Dr. Stacey?
Absolutely, I would love to. So we have 3 prizes this week. So the first one is the Healthy Fuels Cookbook, and it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert because what's life without dessert? And it's all about fueling your body better for better body function, and you still get to have chocolate cake and chocolate mousse.
Oh.
So we have the cookbook along with my CD. So the CD is Nourishing Your Mind, Body, and Spirit Naturally. And I share with you a 45-minute session, easy tips that I share with you that you can implement right now at home that is about nourishing your mind, thoughtfulness, gratitude, nourishing your body, exercise, physical stimulation, and nourishing your body with food as well. So simple things that you can swap out. The second session on the CD is also an interview that I've done with Dr. Gail Carson. So I've included that there for some more information. Then the third track on the CD is a meditation that I've created and provided for you for calming your mind, body, and spirit.
And we're all into meditation on the Magenta show, Dr. Stacey, so that's wonderful. So that is somebody's prize, the first prize. So 3 winners. The first prize is cookbook and this fabulous
Right.
CD, right?
Second prize is a $50 coupon towards my Healthy Eating Blueprint. That's my 5-week module program that's available completely online. And actually, in that program, you get a PDF of the cookbook too.
Oh, nice.
So you can see the whole program at healthyeatingblueprint.com. So you will receive a $50 off coupon for that program.
All right. Whoever wins that one, we'll connect you with Dr. Stacey, and so you can redeem your $50 coupon.
Yes.
Fabulous.
And the third prize is a strategy session personally with me. It's a 30-minute session that you can utilize where we determine your next best steps, and that'll be completely complimentary.
Oh, wow. All right, so there you got it. We have 3 prizes today, for you, the audience, from Dr. Stacey. And the way for you to be entered into the draw to win one of the 3 is to simply share the show. And not just today. If it pops up on your newsfeed, share it again during the week. We'd appreciate it. We'll announce winners Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fabulous.
All right, okay. Now, I want to ask you, what motivated you to learn about nutrition, chiropractic? What made you study to be a doctor? What was it in you that drew you into this career?
The first thing is, I am a 4th generation practitioner.
Ah.
So my great-grandfather started the practice in 1912.
Yeah.
And growing up in a chiropractic family, you see the healing power of the body. And when the computer is connected and when the computer is sending the information as it should throughout the body, then the body functions optimally without, intervention. Yeah. So chiropractic is really a true health healing science and has been around for a long, long time. And chiropractic truly is the fountain of youth because I don't look anywhere near 112.
There you go. I love it. I love it. What would you say are the most common reasons? I mean, I know you look at things spiritually, nutritionally, holistically. What do you think are the most common issues for back pain? Because obviously in chiropractic, that is a really big part of the...
It is a big part of it. And people seem to think
have back pain,
And people seem to think that that's all that we do. Whereas... oftentimes signs and symptoms is what brings patients into the office. However, there's other things underlying that were actually going on that they didn't even really realize until that squeaky wheel started really to get their attention, right? So because we live on Earth with gravity pulling down on us all day long, there's compression to the body.
Yes.
We were much better off when we were Little House on the Prairie doing all different tasks all day long, using all of our muscles in different fashions throughout the day. Yeah. Whereas now we're very sedentary. If you're at a desk all day, you're sitting, all the muscles are contracted, none of the systems are working the way that they should. Yeah. If you're in a physical job, oftentimes you do that in the same fashion, day in and day out. So even if you don't feel that you have anything wrong with you, your body is still under physical stress and it still needs a tune-up. Everybody who owns a car knows that you take it to the mechanic to get the tires rotated, the oil changed, and maintenance is the key. Wow. You can always buy another car. Yeah. You only have one body. Yeah. So maintenance is truly the key to keep the information traveling from your brain, which controls every function, so that it can reach every single cell, even all the way down to your baby toe.
Wow. Hello. Oh dear, I'm really getting it on the show today, aren't I? Because I'm hearing all the things that I should be doing, eating properly and living a more balanced lifestyle. Yes, I do. I get. I'm sure that a lot of my audience is probably like me out there. I get in front of my laptop and I sit down, and like 3 hours later, I haven't moved because I'm so engrossed in what I'm creating.
You need to set a timer. Every 40 minutes. Every 40 minutes, the timer goes off. You get up, you move, you walk, you get the blood flowing.
Yeah. I used to, when I lived and worked in the United Kingdom, I worked there for about 15 years. I had a trampoline. And I used to regularly, every night, put the laptop down and go and just bounce on the trampoline. 5 minutes, that was all I did. And,
that's right.
And I felt I was more productive at work because of that movement. It was something different to being sedentary in a chair.
You can do that any part of the day. Anytime that you start to feel a little down or, like you're losing your energy, you can just bounce on your toes. 30 seconds, bounce on your toes, and that stimulates your whole neurological system and every other system in your body.
So I want to come back to that question where do you notice? I'm going to use the back pain as an example because I have some clients at the moment who are going with back pain, so it's quite relevant for them. That back pain is just physical, or have you noticed that it ties in with something else going on in their lives as well?
It doesn't necessarily have to be just physical. Yeah. And sometimes when it's not resolving, it's because there's an underlying issue, whether it be emotional or chemical stress within the body or nutritional stress within the body. There's something else that's the key component that is still being held on to that isn't allowing the physical back pain to relieve. Yeah. And all of the nerves from the lumbar spine, which is the low back, all of those nerves innervate the lower digestive system, the bowel, the uterus,
everything,
Yep, all the reproductive organs, male and female, and the bladder, and they travel down the legs to your feet. Yeah. And so when there's an issue in the lumbar spine, oftentimes women specifically may have menstrual difficulties. Yes. It's a direct connection because the information isn't getting to where it needs to go because the nerves are being irritated, and an adjustment is helpful for that.
Wow. Well, in the CooperLatimer, I use the CooperLatimer system from South Africa. It's a system founded by Melissa Jolly. And when I was just looking, it's that bottle. Do you see that second row, that little red bottle right at the end there? They often pick that bottle when they've got back issues, and they'll pick it and they'll put it down. It's called C1, C for chakra, meaning that part of the body, and they'll put the bottle down. And I'll say, you've got backache. And they go, how did you know? Because people with backache pick red, and they'll wear red, and they'll start wanting red foods and looking for that red energy, because they're depleting energy. They're not getting it. And red is about energizing you. So it often says there's a red issue, like backache. But then the other thing that red bottle always says to us is there's money problems. They worry about finances, and they feel like they can't support themselves. They hold their back up or support everybody, and the back
and
kind
their
of begins to
foundation
give
is
in.
lost.
Yeah. Now that's why I asked. No, very interesting stuff going on here. Ooh, I'm loving this. Are you enjoying this conversation with Dr. Stacey? She's fabulous, isn't she? All right, let's see who else is here. Let's have a look. Michael, let's have a look. Replying to Jeanette, Shannon says, I'm listening, Moira. Thanks. Shannon's having a little bit of a back tweak at the moment. So use example. You are blowing my mind with these tips. That's fabulous. Jeanette says, yes, my Fitbit lets me know. A Fitbit. Yeah, that's a good one to do. Oh, fabulous. Look at all these. Melissa's actually watching us. She is the founder and the maker of these bottles. We import them from South Africa. She's watching all the way from South Africa. Fabulous. Minelle from the UK is watching. Rita Salvador. That's fabulous. Oh, this is wonderful. They're saying thank you for the prizes. Penny says so generous. Yes, you are. You are very generous.
Well,
thank you so much.
It comes from the heart.
Yeah.
Because people need it.
Yeah. All right. So if you've just tuned in and you have joined us, I'm here with Dr. Stacey, and we are talking about health and lifestyle balance. She is the author of multiple books, and she's been on radio and television, and she has got a new book coming out on the dates.
I will have it in my hand on April 14th, and it will launch at the Power of Wow event with Raymond Aaron and Jack Canfield.
There we go. Power of Wow. That's exactly how I launched my book 2 years ago, 2017. And it's a fabulous event. You'll love it.
It'll be May 9, 10, 11 in Toronto.
May 9, 10, 11 Toronto. All right, fabulous. And if you're new to the show, you need to feel if you're drawn to number 1, 2, or 3 and pop it into the comments box. And at the end of the show, we're going to reveal you some color messages. And this week there's a weird one. So you want to stay tuned. And please share to be put into the draw to win Dr. Stacey's prizes. So you also love horse riding. Because I went on your Facebook page and you had these beautiful horses.
Yes, we do.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is this a childhood passion?
Since I was 10 years old, I've been riding. Yeah. And just for pleasure. Just for fun and trail riding. But the energy of the horse is just so incredible and calming. I can just put on my barn clothes and I'm already relaxing because I know I'm going to the barn and spend time with my beautiful Josie and Sadie and our donkey Eeyore.
Oh, you got a donkey too?
Yes, we
did. Lovely. Yeah. Now, a barn doesn't work without a donkey in it. That's just not it. I have to admit, I did try. I think I was about 21 or 22 at the time. And some friends said, oh, let's go to this farm. These people have horses. And I admitted to them I'd never been on a horse.
Right.
So they said, no problem, we'll give you a little ride. So they get this horse that is so tall. They pop me on, and I'm on the horse. And the horse starts moving, and the next thing, poof, I'm on the ground. I just fell right off. It lasted like 2 seconds. And I thought, well, that's it. Horse riding's not for me. They were hosing themselves, and I didn't know why, and they were making fun of me, and I was a bit miffed about the whole thing. Because now I'm like, I thought I'd liked horse, and I would love to ride horses, and I was like really in this field, I'm going to learn horse riding. And I was totally put off by it, and they were laughing at me. And it was only later on that the story came out that they'd put me on a racehorse.
Oh.
And of course, a racehorse has this very difficult to mount on. There's
yes.
so much seat that it's like sitting on a V. You pivot. You cannot stay on it unless you train. The buggers. Now I know that horses have nice flat backs when you can sit on them. So.
Well, when we received Josie for our family, my husband said she's like riding a sofa.
Oh,
yes.
No, you see, that's the kind of horse riding experience I needed.
Absolutely.
I'll have to get to it one day. So, Dr. Stacey, I
just want to say hi, Marsha.
Oh, Marsha.
Oh,
hello, Marsha.
Yes.
Oh, lovely. She's joined us. Oh, we love Marsha. Marsha's picking number 1.
Yes.
Oh, you're going to love this one, Marsha. Stay tuned to the end of the show. Number 1 is my pick of the week. All right. So, I had a look at your logo,
Yes.
and Michael will put it up on screen so our audience
Okay.
can see it as well. And they are these two colors here.
They are.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Well, I think so.
So would you like me to tell you a bit about what these
I'm
colors
so
mean?
excited to hear what these mean.
So the blue, first of all, blue's always about relating to emotional body. So it relates to feelings. You know how we speak about feeling blue. You know, so blue relates to an emotional response. So I love that, and it's watery, and it's cooling, and it's calming, and a little bit like when you put on your barn clothes and you're ready to de-stress. So that color beams that energy out in your logo. Isn't that fabulous?
I'm so happy to hear that.
Now it gets even better. The olive color that you have with it relates to, in the color mirror system, to a bottle called Wood Elemental, and it's a detox. It's a detox energy. I'm actually going to have you smell this one, Stacey.
Okay.
So you spray it in your hand like that, and then just rub it and breathe it in. Oh. And I'm going to tell you a little story here, because I do a program at the end of the year where we kind of predict with cards what is our color and story for the month. And guess what my story for the month is? It's wood detox. I'm in a major detox right now. I am not drinking wine. Oh, that is so sad. I am not doing sugar. I'm not doing bread. I'm spraying
Those are
wood
two
every
good
day.
things. Those are two good things.
So I'm following the advice that this card reading gave me. So the wood is an elemental spray that it engenders in you the ability to stay on track when you want to detox, when you want to change something about your health. So it's a really, really, really good little bottle to do that. And it smells like wood, doesn't it?
Oh,
like
yes, I can.
Like the bark of a tree.
And I live in the bush. I live in 10 acres of bush. Yeah. So yes,
it smells like that. Yeah, it's, you know, when I first met Melissa and the system, goes back to like 2003. And I smelt this bottle. Oh boy, I didn't like it. I had such a resistance to it, because I knew it was encouraging me to look at my adrenal system and detox my liver and my kidneys, and that's what it helps with. So I really think that this is a logo color combination for your business is a fabulous message.
Well, thank you.
It's really, you couldn't have picked a better color combination.
It just came to me.
Yeah. So your book has also got this color combination.
Yes.
Your book cover.
It does.
And you are going to go after this show to Maggie Habira to have your photograph for the book taken.
For my headshots.
Oh,
yes.
Do you have this color? Do you have these colors in your kit?
I do.
There
Absolutely.
we go. I would suggest, because I think I'm going to actually leave them here on the table because they're so beautiful. All right.
Hi, Robert. Thanks for joining.
Robert Jane
Hi,
Morris.
Christine.
Hello. Robert's joined in. Christine Cram. This is some of your following that's joined in. Fabulous. If you've just joined us, we'd love you to share the show and be in to win a prize from Dr. Stacey.
We have 3.
And we have 3. And remember to pick 1, 2, or 3. And at the end of the show, we're going to give you a little color guided message for the week. All right.
Yes. So pop your number in the comments.
You see, she needs her own show. We're going to show you how to do this Switcher Studio stuff. Fabulous. Michael's laughing behind the camera.
I saw him.
So, Dr. Stacey, I'd like to offer you a color reading now. So, is there something that you would like to know about your business, about what's coming up, that we could maybe pick a couple of colors and have a conversation?
Yes. So, I've given this some great thought. And as entrepreneurs, we put in so much effort and work and want to see people benefit from what we're providing. So my question is about expanding my reach and just reaching those that really desire to know how their body functions and how to help that function better. So yes, that's my...
Yeah, and actually that for the entrepreneurs who are watching, we have a international reach with the show. Yes. That is a question that often comes up in the show is we're so talented. We have so much to offer. Our heart's in the right place. We genuinely want to make a difference to our community and help people. But how do they find us? How do they reach us? All right. So let color solve this problem for you specifically. So I'm going to ask you to just swivel around in your chair, Dr. Stacey. Have a look at the wall of bottles. You can even look at the round, the whole wall, anyone.
The whole wall. Okay.
And I want you to pick a bottle that you're drawn to and pop it on the table.
They're so incredible.
Yeah. And for anyone listening on the podcast right now, the silence is just Dr. Stacey picking her bottle because there's so many to pick from. It's like 140 bottles of coloured oil and water.
I will go with this one.
Okay, so put it on the table. And pick another one for me, please, and I'll explain why. She's picked bottle G31, and it is indigo at the bottom and it is silver on top. And the next one you've picked is number 12. I just want to put it so the camera can see it coming down there. Number 12, and it's violet on the top and red at the bottom. And I'm going to ask you to pick one more for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry to make you going back
there,
but
that's
I really,
okay.
There's a little story unfolding here. And bottle 35, there we go. All right. So first of all, for those, what has happened here is you've actually picked this bottle twice today.
Yes.
So this is the second time you've picked it, and at the beginning of the show, this is the bottle you were drawn to, and you're wearing that color dress with this indigo G31. So Dr. Stacey, this indigo and silver is it's called the Galactic Gateway. So this says here that there is an opportunity for you to serve galactically. In other words, the whole planet, the whole star system if you want. If there were people living on Mars, you'd be able to serve them as well, but because at this point we can't see them. So this is about a doorway opening up for you and coming out of a period of feeling like your business has been like a hermit in a cave. Only a few exclusive people got to know about you and what you do. So this is about the doors opening up and you being able to serve at a much wider field. So the opportunity is there for you.
Thank you.
All right. So it's this to me, the G31 just says it's a doorway that's going to open for you in a bigger way than you can imagine.
Hold on tight.
Hold on tight. Are you okay with that one?
I'm thrilled with that.
Okay, then the next bottle you pick, number 12, has got violet at the top and red at the bottom. And actually, if you mix these two colors, you would get the Magenta show logo and colors. You would get that magenta bridge. I call it a bridge. So 12 to me is you being a bridge to something different, to help people walk across a bridge. It's almost the energies that you're saying you can speak to them at two levels. So you have to speak to them spiritually. To get that audience to this doorway, this galactic doorway that you can open up, you need to communicate to people your spiritual knowledge, your emotional knowledge, things that connect to the humanity part of them.
Yes. And
at the red says, and the physical knowledge. So you can't be a normal chiropractor and just talk about the bones and the muscles. The kind of conversation we had earlier on in the show about when people have backache, it could be emotional, it could be financial. Those are the issues that you need to be opening up and talking to people about as well. Mm-hmm. And that is a stepping stone for you to take you to this bottle 35. All right. So how do you feel about this violet and red message?
I love the message.
The bottle is called Heaven on Earth.
Oh, isn't that fitting? Can't get better than that, can it?
Yeah. So it's to me, it's gateway, heaven on earth, speaking to people spiritually, emotionally. It's a holistic. It says come at them from all angles. You've got to be holistic. Speak
and that's
a holistic
the whole point.
language.
It encompasses everything. It's not.
Yeah. It's there. Now, how to do it?
Right.
If the opportunity is there through the gateway and you know the how, which is the holistic approach,
right?
What needs to happen to reach people? And bottle 35 is a bottle that I've given this message to somebody else on the show previously when they picked it. It says you've got to go international. This bottle was actually made it's called the Inner Guide, and follow your inner guidance. And it was actually Melissa made these colors specifically for our Color Mirrors distribution center in South Korea, in Seoul City. So it was colors and a bottle's energy that comes from an overseas country. So I feel here that there is a connection for you to be getting your information out overseas. And Raymond Iron always said to us when we've been on communication workshops and seminars with him, he always says, you never make it in your own country. He says, you're exotic in another country.
Yes.
You make it in other countries. So so I would like you to think about opening up and really being on high alert for opportunities from other countries coming in for you to speak or talk about your book and distribute your book into other countries. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I've already connected with someone in London, England.
That's it. Fabulous.
Yes.
It exactly feels that's right. I can see you in England. It's like when I look at you, suddenly the map superimposes. This is where I get a bit weird and psychic on people. Or again, and I don't apologize for it because I can't stop it. It just happens.
I love it.
I just see like the map of the United Kingdom floating in front of you, so that I know that that's a match. That's something that happens with you. It's going to happen for you. But then again, just have a look at the colors of that 35 and how close they are to your. Do you get it? You see how the match there.
Yeah, it's just what emanates from me all the time.
Yeah.
And that's how I chose the colors for the logo in the first place, and that was almost 5 years ago.
Yeah. And I want you to pick me one more, because there's still a piece of the puzzle missing. There's still yes, it's great to say there's a doorway and there's heaven on earth and a holistic approach, and that there's this international opportunities coming up, but there's still okay.
Do you want it here?
Yeah. 24. So 24 is magenta on top. So there's your magenta, and there's the olive green. So now you've got these colors mixing to make the magenta, and then you've got this wood detox olive color sitting underneath here as well. And 2 + 4 makes 6, and 6 is related to Venus and love. Okay, so I think here that it's going to, for me, it feels like it's going to happen in a way that has a love frequency for you. You can't do any of this because I want to make money, I want to be famous, I want to be a celebrity. There genuinely in you is this need to have a love frequency, help you to be successful and become this Dr. Stacey brand that you're working on right now and developing beautifully. And you've got mentors around, you've got everybody supporting you, so everything is working in the right direction. It just feels to me here that there's something, I'm trying to get the right word. It's because your birthday is on the 14th.
Yes.
All right. I want you to pull me down that second bottle on that pale blue bottle on the top there, Stacey, the Dr. Stacey. That's the one. Bring it down for me here. It's bugging me. It's sitting. It's kind of because you told me your birthday is on the 14th. All right. So I want to add it to the lineup. Why? I'm trying to figure out how these two are talking to each other, because as I see this one, I keep seeing 14. You're born on the 14th, and that bottle is to do with the internet communication and things like we're doing here, social media, right. TV shows. Right. It's about broadcasting, and I have a feeling that. The 24 is going to lead you to opportunities of broadcasting, but I kind of not see you doing this, creating. I see people inviting you as an expert onto their show. So I want you to find yourself and actually I have a lady I can recommend you to, Teresa, who is a promotional agent or promo agent who can get your bookings onto shows.
Okay.
So I want you on the Toronto's CTV news station, the BT Breakfast one.
Yes.
With your book, I want you to go and book on that show. And I know the lady that can get you a booking on that show. And I think you need to be on mainstream TV with your book at the minute it's launched and talk to people about it. And that will help also lead to you being more. I cannot see you creating your own show like this. I think you need to be the celebrity guest on other people's mainstream TV shows. Is that making sense?
That makes wonderful sense.
So you can carry on playing with horses and not worry about getting a producer and a studio and lights and camera action together. But if you ever did, Michael will help you anyway. Is this making sense?
Thank you. It's just hope it has reconfirmed everything that my drive has been towards, and knowing that it's all going to unfold and that the universe has absolutely everything ready for me to move forward.
Yeah. I think that in the beginning it's going to be about selling books and building your branding and profile, but eventually people will pay you to come. You'll get paid speaking gigs.
Yes.
All right. So it just feels like that's the direction that you're going into.
I'm down for that.
You're down for that. She's down for that.
I'm down for that.
Right. This was a little bit tough, this one, because that bottle sat there and I'm like, it's telling me something else. But your 14 energy. Broadcasting is important, but it's not about you having your own studio, it's about people inviting you into their studios. All right, so we need to get you an agent, connected with an agent, and get you onto those mainstream TV couches.
Okie dokie.
Okay, yeah. Have you got an agent yet?
No.
Okay, well I know this
an
lady.
Agent.
I met this lady at an event with Jennifer Beal. So and I went to a talk that she did. Her name's Teresa Cruz. So I will just look her up. And she used to do Sportsnet. She was a broadcaster for Sportsnet, and now she helps people get gigs with on TV shows. So a shout out to Teresa anyway. We have invited her onto the show. She'll at some point come onto the show. All right. So out of this lineup that you've got here, which is your favorite bottle?
This one.
The 35, yeah,
Yes.
which ties in with that, yeah. It makes sense. Fabulous. Is that okay?
Thank you. Yes, it's beyond okay.
It's beyond okay. Right. So, audience, if you pick number 1, number 2, or number 3, I'm about to reveal the pick of the week. Michael's saying to me, my scarf's falling off. I'm getting so excited. I'll just switch sides, darling. Thank you. He's a wonderful producer. He also
Absolutely.
keeps an eye on my wardrobe. Okay. So, let's have a look. We've got Angela's joined us, Sherry's joined us, John Roach, Yvonne Vola. Hello, darlings. I hope that you've picked your bottles. Quickly put in there. You've got 2 seconds. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Which one are you drawn to this week? If it is number 1, it is my pick of the week, and it's bottle 25, and it's called Trust. So this is, I'm just going to move your bottles back here, Dr. Stacey, just a little
I have quite a
bit
collection.
there. Let's get these numbers out to our audience. So number 1 is Trust, and it's turquoise on top and yellow at the bottom. So for anybody who's drawn to this is a week you've got to trust the signals coming in. So I explained earlier in the show that Cora Christabel, who runs the Toronto Women's Business Club, and I had a conversation at 7:30 this morning about upcoming event with Jack Canfield, which you're going to.
April 6th.
April 6th. And we got so excited about chatting with each other that we've actually extended the Magenta Show season 1 extra special show just for Cora, to have Cora on the show. And I was training that weekend, and I've actually postponed it. Sorry, students, we are sending you email notifications. We're postponing the course because I think I need to be at Jack's event. It's that kind of message this week. If you're getting notifications about going to events, turning up for something, and you're going, oh, I don't want to go, or I've been there before, ignore it. Trust your gut instinct. If you feel you got to be there, go and do it, because I'm following my intuition. So I felt very drawn to trust this week. So trust the signals and signs coming in, the invitations. Say yes. Turn up. That's your week for those of you who've picked number 1. Okay. Number 2, if you pick number 2, this is the weird one. I mean, honestly, Michael, the producer, has gone and picked this one. I'm going to have to shake it up because it's just such a murky, it's called a yellow pearl bottle. So if you're watching, this bottle is just doing some really weird stuff with us here. And it's quite a cloudy, but rich, isn't it? Isn't it gorgeous?
Yes.
Okay, so I actually had to go back to my manual to look up the meaning of this bottle because it is such an extraordinary little one. So let me haul it out for you here. Yellow gold pearl. Every bit of traditional value is indicated by this pearl, as humans value both pearls and gold. And the combination shows us why. Gold is the color of enlightenment, and yellow is the color of joy. So there's no other way, quicker way to lift the vibration on the planet and within ourselves than to find joy. So many of us, we feel this lack of being valued, of being appreciated. You know, we were talking about, so you've got this fabulous business, where do we go? And we ended up with your reading. And so many people have that. Entrepreneurs have that, and they work so hard and they don't feel the value. So here is your answer for those of you who picked number 2. It's find the joy. Find the joy. If you're in the joy, your value system automatically shifts, and you will find a path to bliss and enlightenment. So for those of you with number 2, I told you it's going to be a bit of a weird pick this week with this funny gold yellow bottle, but it's a pearl and gold bottle. What do you think of that one?
I think it's beautiful. It is very odd how it separates, and actually at this moment it looks like there's 2 hearts
You're right
in the front of the bottle. So
there's 2 hearts in the front. Oh, isn't?
Yes, I think it's lovely.
Yeah. It's one of those you can kind of look at all day. Well, those of you picked number 3, we have to move on. You have picked Dr. Stacey's pick of the week. And guess what?
There it is.
There it is, the Galactic Gateway. And it was the first bottle you picked again in your reading.
Yes.
You just couldn't resist it, eh?
I
It was
can't.
like you saw it and that was it. Yeah. So for those of you who picked number 3, Dr. Stacey's pick of the week, I also want you to think about, I actually think a visualization exercise is very good here, because indigo relates to the third eye and where we visualize things. So I would like to invite you, for those of you who picked number 3, is to visualize your future this week. Spend time coming up with how if there was a galactic doorway opening for you in your life, what is on the other side? What would you like to step into? Visualize it, feel it, and have some fun creating that. So for you, I want you to visualize being on breakfast TV with your book.
Yes.
And while you're sitting there, the back, you go, oh, Moira got me here.
That's right. Absolutely.
And that makes it real, because
it's
that's exactly what will be on your thought. That's exactly
right.
what will happen. So as if you're already there.
Exactly. That's what Bob Proctor teaches and Neville Goddard. View it as if it's already happened, and the universe will provide the steps to get you to where you want to be.
That's right.
And it's only limited by your own imagination.
That's it. When I started with the Magenta show, I forgot. I kind of thought, oh, it's a surprise that 5D TV made me do a show, and then I ended up being independent broadcaster. But I forgot that when I was in the UK, I went back to one of my old visualization books. I had put a picture of Oprah Winfrey on my TV set, and I put there that I would love to do broadcasting, and I'd forgotten about it. Be careful what you wish for. So those are in 3. It's definitely an option. I think this is a fabulous week awaiting us.
It's an incredible week awaiting us.
A week for trust, upping the value, finding the joy, and visualizing galactic gateways opening up.
And when you have the joy, it's no longer work, because it's a passion,
and
that's where I'm at, and I truly enjoy every single second of it.
And you're going to enjoy being on camera too. I think it's the way to go.
Thank you.
So if you want to book Dr. Stacey to come and speak to your groups,
absolutely,
you are so welcome. How can they connect with you, Dr. Stacey?
My website is drstaceycooper.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can check out my new book at healyourhealthbook.com. And you can pre-order right now, and you'll get the first copies hot off the press.
Hot off the press.
Hot off the press.
And if you have groups and you would like Dr. Stacey speaking, book her now, because she's going to be very busy and very famous. This is celebrity in the making. So you want to get to connect with her while you can, because she's off to other shores. So Canadians, hop on.
And I've already created the Balanced Living Academy. So I've already created and produced 2-day events and all, very comfortable speaking. Yeah. And engaging.
There we go.
And sharing.
It has been amazing having you here on the show. Your energy is beautiful. You're off to do really grand things. You're going to do really, really well. I love your books, and I wish you all the best with the launch of your next one.
Thank you.
And I will be seeing you apparently on the 6th
on April 6th, yes. Absolutely. I'm so excited for that too.
Thank you so much for watching the show, and please remember to share. There are 3 prizes this week.
That's right.
Courtesy of Dr. Stacey. And we will see you next week. It is a reunion show, so we don't actually have a special guest. We have got guests returning to the show who have taken some of the advice we've given them on color readings, and they're coming to share it with the audience, say what happened.
That is incredible.
Yeah. So we've got 4 ladies. I think we have about 4 guests coming, and they're going to come and share what happened after the show. So,
wow.
Yeah. The proof that color works.
Yes, the proof in the pudding.
The proof in the pudding. Thank you, darlings. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Stacey.
Oh, it was so enjoyable. Thank you.
We'll see you next week.